While Pain was touted as the leader of Akatsuki, and in many ways he was, there was another that was there from the beginning, and has been pulling many strings to mysterious ends. The Masked Man, known by some as Toby, others as Madara, but in truth, he is Obito Uchiha. And it's finally time to explore who he was, who he is, and why he was in control of Akatsuki from the very beginning. Or was he? Obito's life began in Konoha as a member of the Uchiha clan, though a bit of an outcast among them. He didn't seem to be connected to anyone in the family. Like a certain other knucklehead ninja we know, he dreamed of becoming Hokage, and earning the respect and recognition of everyone in the village. The first step to achieving this dream was to enroll in the academy. After graduating, he was put on a team with his friend and crush Rin Nohara and the popular Kakashi Hatake, with Minato Namikaze as their sensei. There's a lot to cover, so to save time, let's just say Obito and Kakashi's early relationship was more or less the same as Naruto and Sasuke's early relationship. Kakashi was cool, brooding, and naturally skilled, which drew the admiration and attention from everyone, including Rin. And Obito was envious over it. Surpassing Kakashi and earning Rin's attention became Obito's motivation to get stronger and rise to the top. He did improve, but Kakashi was always one step ahead. He was the first to be promoted to Chunin, and not long after Obito earned the rank himself, Kakashi became a Jonin. Rin and Minato were proud of Kakashi, but Obito seethed and treated Kakashi poorly as a result. During the Third Shinobi World War, the team was assigned to destroy the Kanabi Bridge, which controlled a major supply line. The mission was led by Kakashi, and along the way, one of the enemy ninja captured Rin, and Kakashi instructed Obito to leave her and continue the mission, which is the proper course of action dictated by the shinobi rules, which Kakashi followed strictly. Obito angrily left Kakashi, stating that if those that break the rules are scum, then those who abandon their friends are worse than scum. And he left to go find and rescue Rin. Quick tangent, these words that Obito speaks to Kakashi and that Kakashi later repeats to Team 7 very early on in Part 1, to me are some of the most important and most foundational themes of the entire series. As cheesy as it is, I still carry with me a lot of the lessons that I learned in Naruto. You don't make a TikTok channel talking about anime and Naruto in particular without being affected by the themes. And these ones in particular really hit me in like the gut. The first time I heard it from Kakashi, but even more so when Obito says it to him in this context in the Kakashi Gaiden. I know it's just an anime about ninja, but I do think that the stories we invest our time and our energy in, and the words and themes and lessons we take from those stories really do shape the world we are in, the world around us, and who we become in it. And I just wanted to take a moment to pay some respects to these words that I still think about all the time. Back to the story. Obito tracked the ninja to a cave, but is attacked before he can find their exact location. Kakashi takes Obito's earlier words to heart and saves Obito, losing an eye in the process. This awakened Obito's Sharingan, and the two are able to defeat the disguised ninja and rescue Rin. But her capture caused the cave to collapse. While rushing to escape, Obito pushes Kakashi out of the way of a falling boulder, becoming crushed by it himself. With time running out, Obito makes the decision to give Kakashi his uncrushed eye, as Kakashi conveniently had a socket vacancy. Rin transplanted Obito's eye to Kakashi, and the two are forced to run and leave him behind. Believing these to be his final moments, Obito reflects on his short life and many regrets as the cave collapses around him. If Obito had died there, things would have undoubtedly turned out far different, but that was not the case. Instead, he was pulled out of the rubble soon after by a strange, white, somewhat plant-like being and brought to a very old man. Obito's severe injuries were tended to, and any limbs that could not be healed were instead replaced by ones grown from the cells of Hashirama Senju, the first Hokage. This old man is Obito's ancestor, Madara Uchiha, being sustained by the Gedo Mazo until he could complete the preparations for his grand plan. Dr. Madara's nurses, so to speak, were actually white Zetsu, the swirly variation being nicknamed Guru Guru by Obito. Over time, Obito recovered from his injuries and grew accustomed to these new special limbs and the abilities they granted him. If he moves his chakra to the limbs grown from Hashirama's cells, he can use a sort of wood style from them, similar to the first. They function similar to trees, growing and branch and coming to points which he can use to skewer people. The limbs are also able to be repaired when destroyed by using this sort of stem cell goo that the white setsus are also composed of. It even apparently removes his need for food and water. During this time, Obito is itching to get back to the village and show everyone he's still alive, particularly Rin. Madara attempted to corrupt him by explaining the cruelties of the world and describing his grand plan to fix it all. But Obito did not seem to pay this too much mind. When he was nearly fully recovered, White Setsu returned with news that Rin and Kakashi were in danger, and that's all Obito needed to hear. He sprung into action to go save them, and the friendly and goofy Guru Guru offered to help. He even showed his worth by encasing Obito in his weird body, like a Jake suit for any Adventure Time fans out there. Obito thanked Madara for everything but claimed that this would be the last time they met, and Madara only insisted that it wouldn't be. With that, Obito was on his way, guided by Guru Guru, who knew exactly where to find Kakashi and Rin and made sure to mention that Minato, their sensei, was nowhere to be found. Upon arrival, Obito witnessed Rin and Kakashi surrounded by enemy ninja, Kakashi targeting Rin with his Chidori, killing her instantly. This immediate traumatic shock caused both of Obito's Sharingan, the one in his and the one in Kakashi's, to activate their Mangekyo. This immediately made Kakashi lose consciousness and Obito lose his mind. In a rampage, he uses his new wood-style abilities, his Guru Guru suit, and his dimension-hopping Kamui ability to slaughter all of the Mist Ninja present. Kamui is the Mangekyo ability granted to Obito's Sharingan. The design of each Uchiha's Mangekyo is unique, and in addition, they often have their own unique abilities or are specialized in abilities granted to all Mangekyo that they are particularly gifted in. For Obito, it was the ability Kamui. This ability works twofold. One, it allows him to send with his eyes any object or thing that will fit into a portal he creates to another dimension. The other aspect of Kamui is the ability to send his own body parts, either individually or as a whole, into that same dimension. With this, he essentially becomes intangible. No objects, weapons, abilities can hit him if he's sending those body parts or his whole body to that dimension. Kakashi is also able to use these abilities, but in a limited sense. He can't make his body intangible, but he can send things to that same dimension. Once all was said and done, Obito held Rin's lifeless body and mourned his loss. Next, I'll go into how this changed Obito and what he did in the aftermath.